Stacy or how long they might be out, but you know, you guys were talking last week already about how you thought you were a little short-handed at receiver.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the position right now?
You know, it's a next man's up mentality. It's kind of what we're saying around the building, and we really believe it. You know, we've got a lot of guys who came into training camp who worked really hard to give themselves a chance to play. So, you know, I think whenever you recruit like we recruited, you give yourself a chance for the third guy up should be pretty good. So, you know, right now, you know, we're banking on, you know, Tyree to come up and step in and do good. Cager come in there and play good, and Daryl Langham's got to come in and play good as well. But they're working really hard to get back on the field, both Braxton and Stacy.
And with Cager, I guess, did he get in for any actual?
He did. He just didn't get any targets.
No targets. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like?
Chalk got the targets.
Chalk.
Did you like what you saw from the double tight set you guys ran? You know, the blocking, and then, you know, a couple of those guys got targets. Obviously, did you like what you saw there?
Double tights, 22 personnel or 12. What are you talking about?
Yeah, basically, just
Which one?
With Herman and Dobart on the field at the same time, and then, you know, whatever you saw from Njoku when he got his chance.
Oh, I thought they did okay. You know, I thought they did okay. I think for the first game, you know, we graded them where we graded them. They know their areas where they got to improve at on the line of scrimmage. You know, and it looks better this week. You know, and that's the deal. You know, you improve every week.
With Rashawn today, I saw him in the yellow jersey. I'm thinking to myself, you guys probably just don't want anything to happen to him. Is it just more of a cautionary thing?
Well, you know, we got the whole GPS device also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that play into the role on how we set our players now. You know, certain guys who have really, you know, practiced extremely well, and who have exerted themselves in practices. We, you know, and we feel we got to give them a breather. We'll do that. So it's a different code system than we had here in the past, just because of the GPS devices. So you might see a guy in yellow, and you go, okay, that guy's hurt, right? But not necessarily true.
Okay. Did Rashawn separate himself, you think, from? Obviously, all these guys are talented, but do you think what he did last week, being 6 catches, 100 yards, is he kind of establishing himself as the go-to guy right now?
Well, you know, I like to sit here and say yes, right? But at the same time, you know, there was a couple that got away from him, you know, and that's the standard we're holding them on. You know, to be the go-to guy, they can't get away from you, right? Everybody drops the ball here and there, right? But you know, we're holding to that standard, you know, and he holds himself to that standard. So, with regard to that, I want to see him do it again this week and do it again next week. I want to talk about it 9-10 games into the season, right? Game 13, right?
Mark Walton, just freshman come in. I know he only got 10 carries, but in the end, I mean, the way he ran the ball was pretty effective.
We like the way he played, you know, and he plays with an edge to him, you know, and very positive young man who's got a champion mentality.
Start this week, or does it not matter between him and Joe?
You know, Joe's got to start.
Okay.
You know, and those two guys are really they're. If you see Joe, you'll see Mark right next to him, and vice versa. Those guys are really tight. So I think Joe will may get the nod on the start. Who knows? We'll see what we come out in.
Right.
That'll determine it.
Do you foresee a situation ultimately with this group? Obviously, you rode Duke pretty hard last year, but do you see just ultimately where it's going to be Mark, Joe, and Trey on every week, or does it depend on the game plan?
You know, I think we put ourselves in a position where we can play multiple running backs because those guys are pretty good players. You know what I mean? I think that their development with Coach Ice has been great. So it's allowed us to say, hey, you got the next series. Hey, you're a little tired, tap your helmet. This is other guys coming in the game. That makes sense. Good?
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you got it.
Appreciate it.